first of all, let me thank Mr. Amit Goenka. Because of his effort, this talk or sharing of my thoughts is happening. And I also wish all the viewers who will see this clip all the best. To give just a brief introduction of myself also, I'm Arun Kumar Sinha, and I have education of, I'm a civil engineer by education, then I did MTech from IT Delhi, and after that I joined Indian Railway as a civil engineer. Then I shifted to Indian Administrative Service of 1983 batch, UP cadre, and in 2017 I superannuated, and right now I am member in Uttar Pradesh Subordinate Services Selection Commission. I belong to Bihar, and my work area was Uttar Pradesh and Government of India. I served in both the government at different places, and I retired as Additional Chief Secretary, Medical Health and Family Welfare from UP government. This Vision 75, which is very appropriate because next year the country will be celebrating this Vision 75. And I have been very fortunate. I was born in 1957, just 10 years after the independence. And after that, I am also witness of all the happenings in the country in some way. So out of my experience, I would like to share my thoughts about what happened during these 75 years, and then perhaps what is there in future. I will be concentrating on few changes, some of the major changes which I observed or noticed during this phase. And as we all know that this journey is very important. I mean, this journey of the country is a continuous journey, and it's like a train which is running and which will run. And we joined it for some time, and then other people will join it, and so it continues. Destination is not that important, but yes, destination gives us direction, that in which direction we want to move. So that way destination is important, but I think journey is more important than that. Another thing is that 4 generations have passed during this 75 years, because generally 20 years we take that a new generation comes. So this period has the benefit of 4 generations. So I have also selected 4 major important changes which I observed. They are: one is the food availability, the second is impact of technology, third is rapid changes, the product life cycle of product or practices getting reduced, and the last one is that reduced human interaction. So on these 4 points I will give my thoughts. When we got independence in 1947, at that time country was not self-sufficient in food grains, and we all know the importance of food, because I think at that time perhaps 90% of the income of especially poor people was invested in food, and that will be supported by the contention that the poverty line which was defined in our country takes into account only the calorie intake of urban and rural area. So availability of food, which was was a challenge, and it continued for several decades. And then due to policies of government and contribution of the scientists and the hard labor efforts done by the farmers, we could tackle this problem and now at least at the nation level, there is adequate availability of food, which is a good achievement for size of India, because at the freedom time we were at about say 25 crore, and today it is 130 crore. So this large population, increase in the population, could be fed by the farmers and the policies and the scientists. That is a very satisfactory achievement, things of pride for us. This, so now I move to the second thing, that impact of technology. Uh, as we all know that when we got independence, then the impact of technology was very less, and our life was more dependent on our manual work, uh, people around you, and then of course some support of the animals. But this has drastically changed in this 75 years, and this can be witnessed in all sectors, whether primary or secondary or tertiary sector. I can give 2 3 examples I would like to share. One is that in agriculture, everything was almost manual or with the help of the animals. Whereas now, when we go to, and I belong to Uttar Pradesh, which is not that progressive compared to Punjab or Haryana, you go, lot of technology is there in the agriculture. And then of course food processing and other sector is a totally new thing, which is based on or possible because of the technology. Then if you see the secondary sector, then construction activity. Now I'm a civil engineer, so when we used to study in 80s, or if you go back further, then everything was almost manual, and we didn't see any high-rise building, etc., in the country, or it was in a very advanced like Mumbai or that sort of city which was facing floor area or land area problems. But now it has gone to spread over all the country. Then the if you see the construction of a road and so many things. So technology has crept into our life, and it has made our life simple, better in many ways, and that is a good thing. In tertiary sector, if you see the gadgets, now earlier when you used to live, nothing you have to take, you go and that is fine. Now even in a rural area, a farmer, if he leaves his house, he must carry his mobile. And similarly it is happening with uh, other areas. So impact of technology is noticeable during this period, and it has also positive impact on our life. And of course there are some negative impact also, that I will come in the last point which I have. The third point I wanted to make was about the rapid change. Now life cycle of product or practices, they are getting reduced, and you find that like you take case of car. Earlier it used to be a family car, पूरे खानदान का एक गाड़ी है. Now it is every 5 year, or the life cycle of car itself is now 15 years. So people change that. Fashion, which used to run for a longer time earlier, is changes in a very short time. Houses. Now, if you build a house, that was the last thing for the each family, that we should have a house. Now you build a house, you sell it, you purchase a new flat. I mean, so these changes have come, and in the industry sector, two very important things like light. Earlier, when we saw, it was bulb, or some places that tube light or that sort of thing, and gradually it shifted to CFL and now LED, and what I don't know what is next in the pipeline. So I mean, people have to adjust. It is not that these changes, any change creates some disruption, some adjustment. So now people have to accustom to these changes, and I think in future it may be more rapid. And the last point, which the last change which I wanted to mention is about this reduced human interaction. This is, I believe, the others are very positive. The three have been very positively affected our life. But here I find that this new lifestyle, the 1947 lifestyle and 2022 lifestyle, the human interaction, it is getting reduced. And I think Asian countries and in our country, this human interaction, the warmth, which is, I think, a strong point of our country, that is there. And it has happened because of our lifestyle and the things which has happened. And now we are moving from group to individual. Like earlier, it used to be a joint family. Naturally, for agri-based economy, people matters, and at that time you don't have a choice. If you have a larger family, then that is the biggest resource you have, and you can progress. But now with the impact of technology, you don't require that. Even a one man, he can do wonders. So now from joint family, we've moved to the nucleus family, and now you will find that many people, whether men or women, they want to live alone. They don't want to go for family and other things. Like although overall population is there, it is because the base is strong. But TFR, total fertility rate of the country, it has come down from 5 to say 2.1. The replacement level, or even it will go below that. So we are moving in that direction, and this is reflected in the if we say the children or adult or old people, it is reflected everywhere. In our time, uh, for children, it was outside activity. I mean, remaining in the house was like you are in a jail. And given a choice, we could the child can spend the whole time outside the house. But now, parent has to push their children that you go out, have some sun, and of course that vitamin D, because of less exposure to the environment. Now we have shortage of vitamin D. I mean, a country like India, tropical country like India, there we are having problem of it, less sun. So these and the social media, of course, it has filled the gap. I mean, the people are engaged, they are busy in that thing, and they don't miss that group activity because of perhaps social media. So I wanted to share these four issues which I felt that has been important changes in these 75 years. That is food availability, impact of technology, uh, rapid changes, and reduced human interaction. Outward and beyond 2022, my humble opinion is one is that we should not copy blindly this Western model. We must customize it. We must take good points from everywhere, and then we should also continue with the strength of the country. So that is my dream, my idea that how we should progress. Uh, and there, I think one good thing which a lot of progress has come is about equality. Now, society is more equal. We started with a uh, hierarchical society, a segmented society, but uh, gradually, because of the advent of modern things, this is getting reduced, and people are moving towards equality, and that is again a very good thing for progress, for good human development. So this barrier of caste, community, now world is one. I mean, this country barrier, that is, I mean, you don't feel the pinch of that. In 1 second, you communicate with any person in the world because of technology. So these things are certainly helping in that and to create a mindset where all of us are equal. And our democracy, I mean, India takes pride that from day one, when we had very poor literacy rate, we had so many issues, but still we went for one person, one vote, whether it is a male or female. I mean, it's a great thing that in 47, our decision makers that time took this decision, and the country then said, yeah, the experience shows that it was successful. It was the right decision. And second thing is about confidence and optimism. I find that youth, which is almost 50% of the total population, are aged 30 or less. They are very optimistic, and they had a lot of confidence, don't have inferiority complex, or the arrival of MS Dhoni in the cricketing world. I mean, India from underdog, it became world champion because of the confidence. And this is in all areas, I feel. It is evident, and it should be nurtured, and it should be channelized towards country development and things like that. So these are my few thoughts which I wanted to share with you about Vision 75. And again, I thank Mr. Amit Goenka and Varshaji for giving me this opportunity to put my thought in this tape. Thank you very much, and all the best.